So, if you guys are just joining us, welcome again to the Brady Games Twitch channel. My name is Gootecks, and today we're going to be going through some Ultra Street Fighter 4. Last week, if you guys remember, we went through the EVO top 8 matches that Luffy had, and we went all the way up to Grand Finals, which was Luffy versus Bonchan, and then we ran out of time. And so I thought, well, rather than revisiting the EVO top 8 and the Grand Finals, why not just go with this week's Grand Finals, which was at Dreamhack in Valencia, I think, Dreamhack Summer. And so it was the reigning EVO champion, Luffy, going up against one of Europe's finest, scholar and a gentleman, Hart. New addition to Team Dignitas. So it was the same matchup as it was last week at EVO, which was Sagat versus Rose. So let me get my stick right here. And let's see. Alright, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to bring up the Luffy versus Hart match. We're going to go through it, and then we're going to go into training mode, and we'll kind of go through some of the stuff that Luffy and Hart were doing in this match. So let's take a look.
It's okay, but he's misjudging it towards the end.
And of course you'll see Luffy going with Ultra 2 in this match. And I totally messed up and didn't go to the proper cue point. Alright. And you'll notice that Hart is using Ultra 2. The reason that he does this is because if he goes into a fireball war with Rose and then hits her with EX fireball, then he'll be able to hit her with Ultra. Wow, strong start by Hart, going really hard against Luffy. Now, this, in my opinion, is the proper way to fight the Rose versus Sagat match from Sagat. And right there, I'm not really quite sure why Luffy didn't hit him with something bigger. But, yeah, real quick, you know, like a lot of people, I'm sure most of you guys watched the EVO Grand Finals and you guys saw Bonchan versus Luffy. And at the beginning, at least in the first couple of games, Bonchan is just throwing tiger shots. And the problem with that, of course, is that Rose will get all kinds of meter. So rather than trying to throw tiger shots and play the fireball game with Rose, which ultimately Sagat can win, but not at the beginning, because if he's got no meter, then Rose can just sit back and reflect, then you know, you'll see that Hart takes the opposite approach and just goes in hard on Rose, because you know, at the beginning, if you let her get the meter advantage, you're probably going to have a much harder time in the middle and late game. So that's the difference between Hart's approach to this matchup and Bonchan's.
No conversion. That slide, really. Wow, Rago EX knee. Bro beats the EX spiral. It is free.
Yeah, so of course, if you guys remember last time, here, let's switch to this. So EX Drill is invincible. I mean, excuse me, EX Drill is no longer throw invincible. Alright, here we go. I probably messed that up. Okay. Hold on. exactly. So it's very risky to do on Wake Up. Okay, so at the beginning now, with Rose having a pretty big meter advantage and now a significant life lead, I'm not sure why he did the EX drill right there. But still, oh man, it's very hard to hit that sweep. You have to be pretty close in order to be able to focus it. Good read there by Luffy, jumping in, seeing that, reading that fireball correctly. And I'm actually surprised that Luffy didn't activate right away right here. Okay, there we go. There's the activation. And unfortunately, he lost one of his orbs right there, but gets a good trade right there. I think we'll see Luffy kind of play a little bit safer, try to absorb, reflect a little bit. I think that's gonna not hit. Big recovery right there on the Ultra 2.
He ducked the fireball and then ultra as he saw Luffy leave the ground.
So last time,
did it a bit too late.
you know, if you remember, we went through and saw that Luffy would activate Ultra 2 almost immediately on getting enough Ultra meter. But he didn't really do that in this particular round. So now you'll notice that, let's take a look, right? So Sagat has 0 bars. Luffy is got 3 1/4 bars. This means that he's going, once he gets to 1 bar, once he gets to full super, then he'll be able to hit him with Crouching Medium Punch into Soul Spiral into super, which is going to take a lot of damage. But as you'll probably notice in the match, he's not going to use that until it gets very late in the game. Yeah, see, so right there he didn't use it, right? He had enough for super, but you'll see that he just saved it. And the reason for that is because when you look at the life lead that he has, and you look at how far it is into the match, even though it would have done a significant chunk of damage, by using all of his resources so early in the round, it actually allows Ryan Hart to have more options and more advantage, even because Rose has used up all of her resources on the super, which didn't end the round. So that's why he doesn't use the super so early.
Ryan back, that's out of there.
There we go. So now he used it, and now you look at the amount of life that Ryan Hart has, and even though Rose has no super at all, it really doesn't matter, because the only way that Luffy can lose this round now is if he basically just throws it away. Because even if they were to back up, and let's say Rose is throwing Tiger Shots, and then Ryan Hart hits EX Tiger... Rose is throwing fireballs, and then Ryan Hart throws his EX Tiger Shot and hits Ultra afterwards. I'll show you how much damage that does right now. So even if they're throwing fireballs, and then he hits it full screen like this. So you can see right there, like, it does a nice chunk of damage, but when you look at how much... oops. When you look at how much life Luffy has, it's not even going to make a difference at all. Luffy would have to make so many incorrect decisions in order to not close this one out. So that's the advantage of saving your super for a little bit longer than you... for like super late game. And trying to finish them off with super instead of using it to bring them down to like 30% life.
Oh, wow. The confirmation, just too good there from Luffy.
This looks really bad, the matchup. Like, I don't know what Ryan could be doing that he's not doing already.
Alright, let's see, let's go to the next game.
Super, even, for example, the crouching hard kick, which
What
has a lot of
happened?
recovery.
This thing... Oh, okay, I see.
You can punish it with anything,
No.
you know?
Just 4 rounds away from victory.
Okay, sorry, this XSplit is changing up my Q points.
Will there be a new Dreamhack champion? Or will Ryan retain his title?
Okay, so game 2. Now let's see what sort of adjustments Ryan Hart is making. Okay, so now, you know, he's sitting back and throwing and playing the fireball game. As I mentioned earlier.
Look at Rose. Bar.
Okay, so as I mentioned earlier, when Bonchan and Luffy were playing in grand finals, this was one of the key mistakes, in my opinion, that that Bonchan made, because he would sit back and throw tiger shots and allow Rose to build all this meter. Now, if you look at, you know, there's 16 seconds, 15 seconds into the round, Ryan Hart has thrown a bunch of tiger shots, and he's at about 3/4 of a bar. Rose has also thrown a bunch of fireballs, and she's gotten almost 2 bars from this exchange, and nothing's even really happened yet. So I'm not really quite sure why Ryan Hart decided to change his strategy and then instead play a little bit more defensively and play the fireball game. Because in my opinion, the best way to fight the matchup from a Scott player, because I play a little bit of Scott too, and the Rose match, it's easier when you just go hard. All right, so let's take a look and see what happens.
They have shot the same.
She hasn't even done any.
Yeah, so now look at she's absorbed one fireball, and now Ryan Hart's like, okay, I get it. So now Rose has almost 3 bars. Ryan Hart's still working on 1 bar. This is a lot to deal with because of you know, Rose's ability to reflect the EX Tiger shots with her own reflector, neutralize the Tiger shots with her own EX Fireball, and also go through EX Fireball with EX Soul Spiral. So basically, oh, and also of course counter Sagat's jump-ins with EX Soul Throw. So, you know, that by giving Rose the meter advantage in this matchup, and you know, you're really just you're giving up, as a Sagat player, you're giving up all of the advantages that you had when she doesn't have meter. Because when she doesn't have meter, you can kind of just rush her down, and there's not a whole lot of tools that she has. But once she has EX, it's a lot harder.
Ryan maybe wasn't aware that the fireball builds a lot of meter too.
Ooh.
Wow.
Oh, looks like an execution error right there.
Not
Good
bad.
read by
Fireball,
Luffy.
good jump from Luffy.
Gonna sit back.
All the fireballs.
Yeah.
You notice right there. Here, hold on. Let's rewind that real quick.
She hasn't even done any absorbs
yeah,
yet.
yeah.
Now she's doing that. That is not where Sagat wins the matchup. That's where Sagat loses the matchup.
Sorry, I went back too far. But here, you can watch this read on this jump in when he throws a tiger shot.
Oh,
Wow. Focus,
Here it
man.
comes.
Not
Okay.
bad. Fireball, good jump
Now,
from Luffy.
you'll see that Rose is working on 3 1/4 bars, and Sagat used one of his bars on EX Tiger Shot. So Luffy correctly read the jump in and then knocked him down in the corner, and instead of attacking, he just decided to play it safe and walk back. Now, keep in mind that Luffy is in winner's bracket and Ryan Hart is in loser's bracket, which means that Ryan Hart is going to have to beat him 2 sets of 3 out of 5 in order to win the tournament. So what that means is that Luffy doesn't need to take any unnecessary risk, right? So one of those, especially being up 1 game. So he has the life lead, the meter advantage, the round lead, the match lead, and of course the tournament lead, because he's in winner's bracket and Ryan Hart is in losers. So what that means is that after he gets that knockdown in the corner, he plays it safe by taking a step back and waiting to see what Ryan Hart does. If he were to have attacked, then then he's putting himself at risk for getting Tiger Uppercut. So if we switch back to this, you know, in this situation, So you'll notice that uppercut does like about, what is that, like 150 damage, something like that. So if we go back to the
Look,
game,
he's getting all the fireball.
then at that point, if, let's say that Luffy would have decided to attack when he knocked down Reinhardt in the corner, if Reinhardt had done wake up uppercut, then they would have been almost even on life lead, and he would have gotten the knockdown. And of course, as we just saw earlier, if Rose goes for EX Soul Spiral on wake up, then she can be thrown out of it quite easily. Therefore, it was not in Luffy's favor to attack Reinhardt on wake up, because why even risk it with the match lead, the life lead, the meter lead? Why even mess around? Because that's exactly, once you start to fall into Sagat's game like that, that's when you're really sort of playing with fire.
Yeah,
When he
really.
comes in,
Wow, Raggle.
Oh, that was quite that was quite an exchange right there. So I think Luffy thought that Reinhardt was going to block the EX Soul Spiral. That was why he burned his 2 meters on the FADC backdash. So now he is at a significant, he is at a little bit of a meter disadvantage, but when you look at the life lead, it's really not that bad. Plus, he should be able to safely absorb Tiger Shots without worrying too much, because since Reinhardt does have a meter disadvantage, he's not going to be, and he is down 1 game, he's not necessarily going to be playing loose with his meter, which would mean like playing more aggressively with his meter. He's gonna have to play a little bit tighter, so that he can save it for when he is later in the round, so that maybe he could get into a fireball war and then land an EX Tiger Shot and then combo into Ultra to, let's say, regain the life lead or end the round. And also, you have to take into consideration that at this point, it's very unlikely that even if he were to use his EX, his 1 EX meter, and it were to connect, and then he was able to land Ultra, even though that would bring the life lead, that would bring Luffy's life lead down a lot, so that they would almost be even on life, it's unlikely that Sagat would be able to get another Ultra because of how little life he has left. Like, he might be able to get another one, but in this situation, Reinhardt might have to just try to build up a level 2 Ultra instead of going for a second level 1.
When he's got close to him, Luffy's just made the right decisions. Oh, wow. Just dashes in there and catches him low. This round looking
So
good
now,
for Luffy
yes,
again.
exactly. Okay, so let's back that up a little bit. Okay, so here you can see that Luffy is about 2 absorbed hits away from getting Ultra. And Reinhardt needs about 3 hits to get his level 2 Ultra.
Oh, wow.
1, okay, so there's the first fireball absorbed. And now he's waiting for him to throw another one. And you'll also notice that once Luffy absorbed the first fireball, he stood at this, about half screen away. And he waited until his gray life rebuilt before engaging again.
Looking good for Luffy.
And there's the second Tiger Shot that he absorbed. So now he's actually much more dangerous. And for sure, after he activates this first time, even if things were to go really poorly for Luffy, he would be able to get another Ultra when he still had about 20% life left.
Again.
And you'll see right there, after he gets that fireball, then he activates,
Which is really clever.
and he goes in kind of hard right there, and wow, just slides his way to victory. Very nicely
Kind
done.
of like instinctively want to stop her, so you press a button.
Okay, so let's see what happens in the second round. They're both even on meter, and see, that's exactly why you don't want to be jumping in on Sagat, because even if you trade, he can still get the forward heavy kick after that. But you can see that Luffy is trying to engage Reinhardt and bait him into playing the Tiger Shot game.
trying to read
But of course, you see it all went downhill when he jumped in, made that bad read, jumped in, and then got uppercutted. Now, this is where I think there's not a whole lot that Rose can really gain from activating from this far away.
Beautiful sweep time.
Let's go back a little bit and see what happened. Oops. Okay. So this is when he jumped, and now Sagat has a big life lead. He does have the meter advantage. If he can afford to throw, a couple of tiger shots, EX tiger shots, and burn some of his meter, and force Rose to use the EX reflector to fight it off. But at this point, even though Luffy has his Ultra, if he activates now, look at, he's about halfway, or he's 3/4 of the way to a level 2, Ultra 2 activation, which, I actually don't really know if you get more time on that, or if you just get more damage. But I would assume you get both. So, at this point, when Luffy activates, he's all the way across the screen. And there's not really a whole lot that he can really scare Ryan Hart with, because at this point, all it's going to take is one EX Tiger Shot when Luffy is closing the gap in order for him to get hit, and then the orbs will go away. So let's take a look. See, he activates right here, and then he follows the fireball. But it really doesn't even matter that much. And see, he already ate one of those. Yeah, see, so that Ultra activation was basically ineffective. Although I guess you could say that he did get the positional advantage, because if we scroll back just a little bit, oops, not far enough. Here we go. Let's rewatch it from where he activates. So he basically pushes him all the way into the corner and slides. And then slides again. Oh no, he got the sweep, and then dashes up. Okay, so now, at this point, Ryan Hart, maybe the Ultra actually was a really good activation, but only because Ryan Hart backed up. If he would have held his ground and put himself in a position for the orbs to make contact while he's blocking, then he would have saved his position on screen. But now he's backed up into the corner, but he still has the meter and the life advantage.
This time Ryan blocks it.
So he makes a good read here on that jump in.
Oh,
boom,
wow,
big damage. You'll notice he doesn't spend the meter on uppercut FADC Tiger Knee, because you'll notice that Luffy only had a couple pixels left, and so it was easier to it was more efficient to just kill him with Tiger Knee with chip damage, because it's not worth it to spend the 2 bars just to finish him off like that.
Wow. The recovery is so bad. The recovery's actually improved a few frames in this version, but still getting punished by that jumping.
So then you'll see, yeah, he used his couple of his EX Tiger Shots right there at the beginning. And, 10 seconds into the match, he started with full super, and he's already down. He's already used 3 of his bars. Let's take another look.
Raggle.
Hold on.
This was going for that forward medium kick, which he likes doing.
Hold on.
After the meaty slide, he knows his opponents like to try and throw.
Sorry, the XSplit is a little difficult to be playing back videos like this.
Luffy has that full stick of butter. Almost. He's used 1 meter.
Oh, gosh.
Raggle. Luffy was going for that forward medium kick.
Hold on. Okay, there we go. All right, here we go. Sorry about that.
But still getting
Okay.
punished by that jumping.
Let's watch this again. So he uses one bar to basically push Rose back, which is good. And now let's see what he does. Okay, and then he uses his second bar, but it's actually you know, it's pretty hard to use a second bar, or it's probably not very efficient to use a second bar because Luffy is so far away that it's very easy for Rose to just see it coming and then just jump over. And now, okay, so now because Ryan Hart has used up 2 of his 4 bars and Luffy has basically a bar to spare, now he can apply a little bit of pressure with EX Fireball and see if he can get Ryan Hart to bait, to throw out another EX Tiger Shot to cancel out the EX Fireballs from Rose. And he does. Okay, so now when you look at it, right, Ryan Hart's used up 3 bars like quite quickly with with 9 seconds being used up on the clock. That's a lot of resources to be used up so quickly. And so now Rose has a pretty significant meter advantage. And so now Sagat basically is forced to come to her. So that was a big, good psychic uppercut by Ryan Hart. Didn't have the meter to FAD to see it, but just got a good read that and was confident that Rose would hit a button. And so now he's got. I actually like that. It's really interesting because, you know, he went in for a second and then he got a good read on that uppercut, and then instead of trying to press the advantage, he backed up. So I don't know. I mean, he backed up, but he doesn't have. He has a small life lead, but he doesn't really have the resources to fight Rose full screen.
Which he likes doing after the meaty slide. He knows the opponent's like.
And now Rose has got full bar,
To try and throw.
and so she can sit back and throw fireballs pretty comfortably. Okay, so now okay, there we go. Yeah, so that's, in addition, this is what you gotta watch out for, right, when you're fighting a Rose player, especially Luffy, is in addition to making sure that you're conscious about the way that she's building meter and the way that you're spending meter so that you guys are trying to keep your meter on par with each other. The other thing that you gotta worry about is that if you have a fireball character, or even if you don't, you still have to watch out for her trying to basically steal ultra meter by focus backdash on wake up, by focusing one-hit fireballs.
Ryan has changed it up. I could have been wrong. Maybe
So now he's got even more problems to deal with, and of course you'll notice how much faster Rose builds meter when she's just throwing fireballs compared to Sagat. Okay, let me turn off the meter.
Are you ready? Fight!
Okay. One. Oh, actually, you know what? Here, hold on. Okay, you know what? Let's just start. Let's just start over. Okay. So let's see how many fireballs it takes for Rose to build up 1 bar. Okay. So if she throws 5 fireballs that make contact, then that equals 1 bar. But what if Sagat just blocks?
It's the battle of the century! Fight!
Okay, so it takes 7 blocked fireballs or 5 fireballs to hit in order for Rose to build up 1 bar. Now let's see how many Tiger Shots Rose has to block.
Who will emerge a champion? Fight!
Okay. I think that was 9. Let me play it back.
Let's get started! Fight!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so Rose has to hit 5 fireballs to get 1 bar. Sagat has to hit 9 tiger shots in order to get 1 bar. Now let's see how many tiger shots he's got to throw if she just sits there and blocks them all in order to gain 1 bar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so he's got to throw 9 tiger shots that hit to get 1 bar, or 13 tiger shots that are blocked in order to get 1 bar. Rose, on the other hand, only needs to throw 5 fireballs that hit to get 1 bar, or what was it, 8 or 9 that hit in order to get 1 bar. So it's not really too efficient. That's why you don't really want to play the fireball game with Rose as a Scott player. So let's go back to the match and see what happens.
No punish. He's throwing fireballs only when Luffy throws fireballs.
And so now he's got Reinhardt on the run. They're almost even on life. Reinhardt has a slight life lead, but Rose has a lot of... wow, nice conversion. And again, oh no, burns his meter by accident. But now he's going to back off. Maybe? Is he going to back off? Oh no, he's going in for the kill. It's a little dangerous.
Too good, too
wow.
good. Luffy just
Let's watch this, rewatch the sequence again. Man, that was awesome.
Because he's throwing fireball. Oh, there it is. No punish.
Okay. Alright, so here we are from the activation. Now, let's take a look. So, what just happened was that Reinhardt tried to use one of his EX Tiger shots in order to fend off Rose's fireball, but his Tiger Shot got stuffed, costing him 1 bar. So now he's out of meter, and Rose is basically closing the gap with Ultra activated, and he's still got 75% of his life left, which means that if it were to go long enough, Rose might be able to get another 2 Ultra activations, maybe, but usually that doesn't happen because Luffy usually kills him before that happens. Okay, so now he backs away, and you'll notice that you'll see right there that Reinhardt threw the Tiger Shot, and because he didn't have meter, Luffy knew that he could just focus. He could just focus right through it, especially because he had orbs active. So now he's pushed him all the way back to the corner. Orbs are gone. So now Reinhardt, now you'll see Luffy, he's backing off because even though Reinhardt does have a life lead, it's not significant enough, and it's not enough for him to just sit back and play the fireball game, because as we saw, it takes a lot more fireballs for Sagat to build up bar than it does for Rose, making it basically inefficient and ineffective to try to play the fireball war with her. So that's why Luffy backs up, and he has the meter lead. And right there, Sagat wasn't able to uppercut in time, so he was forced to block the jumping heavy punch. And you'll see that they waited for a second. That's because before the tech throw. That's because Luffy wanted to wait a split second and see if Reinhardt would uppercut. And since he didn't, then he went for the throw. They both went for the throw at the same time, which was basically the safest option. But even after the tech throw, it puts Rose at a position where it's still advantageous for her, because the mid-range is actually pretty difficult for Sagat to fight at, and that's where Rose is best, is at the mid-range.
Good jumping from Luffy. Ryan wasn't ready for that.
So he dashes forward through another Tiger Shot, and then gets the hop kick, max distance hop kick into crouching medium punch into EX Soul Spiral. Let's take a look and see how much damage that does.
champion. Fight!
So that does 204. Oh, hold on. Let me turn on stun too.
Who will emerge a champion? Fight!
Wow, look at that. So it does 244 damage and it does 360 stun. So it's really solid, especially having the 2-bar meter
Oh,
advantage.
this time he does catch it.
And you see he goes for the.
Because he's throwing fireball. Oh, there it is. No punish.
Okay, here we go.
He's
Let's watch
throwing
the
fireballs
sequence
only
again.
when Luffy throws
Activate,
fireballs.
run in, focus dash through the fireballs.
Again, well defended.
Wait for him to come in. Block,
Oh, good
attack.
jumping from Luffy. Ryan wasn't ready for that.
Yep. Good damage
this
right
time he
there.
does catch it.
Oh,
And
went for it
again.
again. I'm not really quite sure what he did there. That was
This
probably an
round
execution
just
error.
got away.
But either way, at this point, I would say that okay, even though it's over right here, Ryan Hart. It is, I guess, you could argue that it was worth it for Luffy to go for the kill right here, because even though Ryan Hart has 2 bars and Ultra, Luffy has over 50% health left. So even if Ryan Hart were to hit the uppercut FADC Ultra, it still probably wouldn't make that big of a deal. Not much of a dent in Rose's health. Oh, all right.
Good, too good.
Okay.
Luffy just playing
So,
out of his mind.
this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna take a quick break, and I'll be back in a couple of minutes. And when we come back, then I'm going to go through the final game of the set, and then spoiler alert, Luffy wins. And then after that, if any of you guys have questions, game-related questions, then we'll take those at the end. So sit tight. I'll be back in a few minutes. All right, welcome back everybody to the Brady Games Twitch channel. My name is Gootecks, and if you guys are just joining us, we are going through the Luffy versus Ryan Hart Grand Finals match from Dreamhack this past weekend. And Ryan Hart wants you all to know. Hold on, let me. Ryan Hart wants you all to know. Oh God, I wish I could do a British accent. I really got to work on that. I must say, I do feel a little sad that the only time I lose to him this year gets streamed. I understand that you probably just want to use it for analysis, though, and that's cool. Sorry, Ryan Hart. It's not about. I'm sure you beat him every other time, except for this time, unfortunately. But hey, hopefully my analysis helps you next time.
Fantastic presser in the corner. Just suddenly just changed it. Just went to rushdown mode. And Ryan wasn't ready for it. 2 stand throws cost him.
Alright, let's see.
So far today.
Oh, there we go.
On the verge of making it 6. If he does make it 6 now.
Okay,
He
so
actually is your new
let's see.
Championship champion. And he starts off well here. Nice. Bad choice.
So
from
Ryan Hart definitely changed it up at the beginning of this round. Here, let's start back from the beginning and see. Rewatch
So
this.
far today.
Okay.
On the verge of making it 6.
So,
If he does make it 6.
if you guys remember, in the first game, Ryan Hart was extremely aggressive, and that really paid off for him because he was able to get like 50 or 60% life lead on Luffy in the first game, the first round of the first game, because at the beginning of the round or the beginning of the game when both characters have no meter, if Sagat can get in, he can definitely bully Rose, and he can kill her before she really gets a chance to set up shop. And in the second game, Ryan Hart played a little bit more defensively and wanted to play the fireball game. So, so the second, that strategy, as we looked at in training mode, in terms of the rate at which both characters build meter, it's really not efficient or effective to try to play the fireball or as Sagat against Rose. So in this game, I think he was trying to go a little bit harder, but not as hard as he did the first round, which required taking more risk.
Now, he actually is your new Dreamhack champion. And he starts
All right,
off
so
well.
now he's got a Rose has a good
Nice.
life and meter
Bad choice
lead.
from Ryan.
Wow, so much life has been taken off just from one combo and just a few sequences
Luffy is
at the beginning of the
really
round.
seizing this.
Ryan Hart's now got his back to the wall, and this is really difficult for Sagat to come back from at this point, because he's going to be throwing all of these tiger shots, but he doesn't have an EX, and he probably won't be able to make to get another ultra before the round ends. So it's a really difficult position for Sagat. Ooh. Oh, okay, there we go. So here, as you guys saw right there, he punished. Sagat was able to punish Rose's Soul Spiral with crouching light punch into Tiger Shot. Let's take a look and see how easy or hard that is to punish. Alright, so EX and medium kick Soul Spiral are -6 on block, and light kick spiral is -8, and heavy kick spiral is -4. So let's look and see if we can figure out which soul spiral Luffy did.
Best he could get out of it, I guess. Slide. Good fireball game from Ryan here. Has brought him back into this round.
Activate.
Random forwards actually so scary because of the stand medium kick. Activates the ultra.
Okay, yeah, that looked like light punch to me. Light kick to me. So that means that was -8. Sagat's crouching light punch starts up in, I believe it's 4 frames, but let me double check for you guys. Just waiting for it to load. Okay. Open up Sagat. And now crouching light punch has, oh, it's 3 frames. Okay. So basically it's a 5-frame punish. Yeah, so as you can see, it's pretty easy to punish, which makes it extremely unsafe for Rose to be doing, which is probably why it took 2 games and 2.5 games for Luffy to throw that out and for it to get punished, because it's really not something he's gonna do very often against Sagat. So now it's very difficult for it's a difficult position. Let's look and see what would really have to happen, right? So Rose is gonna get another ultra before she dies, so she's gonna be able to activate again. Sagat has almost full ultra, so but he does have a bar and a half that he's gonna have to build up before he can uppercut FADC ultra. Although Sagat doesn't need to uppercut FADC Ultra in order to land the Ultra, he's still going to need at least 1 bar to hit it. Or he's going to have to hit like Ultra, he's going to have to land like a Focus Crumple. Because Sagat can do EX Tiger Shot and juggle into Ultra pretty easily. So let's take a look.
Oh, he tried, didn't get away
but it
punish.
doesn't even, but it doesn't matter.
That has been Luffy's #1 ploy. Whiff slide into buttons. Ryan got counter hit.
It's quite the uphill battle at this point. You know, you can see Reinhardt trying to play a little bit more. Oh no, he went in hard at the beginning, but then he just kind of backed off. It's really an uphill battle at this point. You know, with the round and the game lead, and with Luffy already being in winners, I mean, Luffy really doesn't have to take any sort of chances at all. I really like how he just sits back, you know, builds his ultra meter, and then regains the screen position advantage. And then now that you see that he's got no, Sagat really has nothing to fight Rose off with aside from just raw uppercut. Ooh, that was slick. But you know, Sagat does have a really good life lead right here, but you know, Rose is about to tie it up right here, and she is going to get another ultra before the round ends.
Still very close to taking this despite having a life deficit.
So, Ryan, oh, okay, so yeah, all right, there you go. It was smart of Reinhardt not to use the meter right there. There we go. So that one is actually, that's really good. Because in that situation, if you can see, hold on. Oh, oh! Wait, hold on.
Dreamhack champion. He's done it.
Hold on. Let's watch this again. Okay.
Could have done maybe EX there was worth it.
Let's see what happened.
Oh,
Oh,
right,
yeah. Okay. Hold on. Let's rewind it just a little bit. Because this was a really good read.
Oh, wow. What about
And this was the only one that Ryan Hart... This was the only time that Ryan Hart was able to do this in the set. But you can see that he's on the verge of getting his Ultra. And what I was forgetting to mention earlier was that in addition to... This is why Ultra 2 is better for Sagat in this matchup than Ultra 1. Because Ultra 1, you really only have like 2 ways to really hit it. Uppercut, FADC, Ultra, or level 2 focus crumple into Ultra. But with Ultra 2, you can hit it off of EX. You can hit it off of EX Tiger Shot. You can uppercut FADC Ultra. You can focus crumple Ultra, or you can also Ultra through most fireballs. And part of the reason why that's good in this particular matchup is because Rose's fireball recovery is so long. Even though she's got 2 frames less of recovery in Ultra versus 2012, 11 frames instead of like 13 frames. I don't know, something like that. I'm pretty sure those numbers are wrong. But if Sagat can engage Rose in a fireball war, if he reads the fireball correctly, he can run in and then just Ultra straight through her fireball. So let's go back to the game.
Reinhardt playing a very patient game, but Luffy just
So check this out.
close to taking this despite having a life deficit. Well, text pro.
Oh,
Again, he
okay.
does it.
There we go. Okay, and you'll notice that he punished the Soul Spiral again with crouching light punch into a Tiger Shot, but he didn't use the bar, because if he would have used the bar, then he would not be able to uppercut FADC Ultra, which would eliminate one of the ways at which he could land Ultra, which at this point in the game would really do significant damage, because if he was able to land Ultra at this point, Rose would be down to about like 10-15%.
Could have done maybe EX there was worth it.
Okay, so here we go. He hits it.
Dashed in and Ultra.
Nice, good damage right there. So now let's see what let's take a moment and look at what each character would have to do to win at this point. So if Ryan Hart is able to land 2 EX Tiger Shots, I'm pretty sure that would end the round, or at least put him within 1 Tiger Shot's chip damage. So of ending the round. So now, but he is out of Ultra. He's not going to be able. He's probably not going to be able to get another Ultra because I don't know. Maybe he would be able to if he like focused a lot of hits. But now let's take a look at Rose. Rose has 4 bars and she's got Ultra. So if she activates right now, which of course probably will, if Rose gets a couple of regular hits, and she'll be able to finish off Sagat with drill into super. Okay, so now here's the activate. Oh no, reads the Tiger Shot correctly. Yeah, see, Reinhardt didn't even throw the EX Tiger Shot, which might have been better because the EX Tiger Shot will usually go through the orbs. Alright, so...
What are you doing? What's
wow.
Ryan doing?
And that all caught.
Oh,
wow.
Luffy is
That
your
all
2014
comboed.
Valencia Dreamhack champion.
Wow.
He's done it.
One
He's
bad
slayed.
read.
She's just pressing him down now. Oh, wow. The psychic focus was good.
So let's watch this round again, just to see if there was anything else that we missed. Nice slide under.
Right out the corner. He'll be making lucky stars for that. Luffy slid underneath.
Yeah, Sagat's got a good...
Wow, what about what fourth throw?
Well, he's got an okay life lead. Playing it smart.
Patient game, but Luffy just still very close to taking this.
But still, you know...
Well, text pro. Again, he dashed
Nice.
it. Ryan punished as well.
So now,
Could have done maybe EX there was worth it.
there we go.
Oh,
Good
Ryan ready
read.
for that.
Ultras through it.
Dashed in and ultra. Didn't do too much damage though. Luffy's still in this.
Okay, so now...
Activates the ultra as well.
Oh, he did. Oh, I'm sorry.
What's
Okay,
Ryan
my bad.
doing?
Okay, so he did throw the EX Tiger Shot at the end, which was, at least he threw EX, but unfortunately, the recovery on low tiger shot is really long, so Luffy just made the right read, and Luffy just made the correct read and then jumped in and had enough meter in order to finish him off. So, okay. So, let me... First off, congratulations to Luffy for defeating the reigning Dreamhack champion to become the new Dreamhack champion, Ryan Hart. I don't know who put Ryan Hart into losers, but you know, these guys, Ryan Hart and Luffy, are definitely two of Europe's strongest players. That's an understatement. But yeah, shout outs to those guys for putting on a good match. I guess that was the only time that Luffy's beaten Ryan Hart in recent memory. And yeah, so, and of course, if you want to watch the rest of the Dreamhack finals, I'm going to paste the link into the chat. Okay, never mind. Well, you can just look up Dreamhack on YouTube, and they uploaded the finals from at least some of the Street Fighter matches from Dreamhack, which was this past weekend. So we got a few minutes. If you like what you guys see, then please hit the follow button. I can't post leaks in the okay, there we go. Nope. 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 Alright. It's cool. Okay, so if you guys have any questions, we have a few minutes right now. If you guys have any gameplay questions that I can answer for you real quick before we wrap things up. The plan is to either stream again tomorrow or Thursday, but it's going to be either same time tomorrow or it's going to be early on Thursday because I got another thing to be at. So let me know what you guys think. Any questions real quick? What's Rose's worst matchup? Tom Bad Guy wants to know, what is Rose's worst matchup? That's a great question. Let's go into... Okay. Just looking at the characters. Her worst match. Let's just go through the top row first. I think this is a bad match. Makoto is a bad match. Seth is a bad match. Apparently Sakura loses to Rose, but I don't know. Cammy used to be a bad match, although delayed wake up kind of messes up her game. Bison is definitely a bad match. Man, every time I have to fight a Bison player, I rethink my choices in life. So I guess, let's see. I'll just pick one or two from each row. Makoto and Seth, Bison, and... oh, definitely Bison and Yoon. I think, well... more Bison. More Bison. Oh, Cody definitely is a bad match. Bison, Cody, and let's see. Blanca and T-Hawk. Oh, no. Blanca and Adon, I would say. Those are some of Rose's bad matchups. Okay. Do I think, Daft Punk fan wants to know, do you think the Rose vs. Scott matchup is free for Rose now? No, it's, like I said, it's not free, but, because Sagat can do a lot to really bully her, but I think that it's easiest for him to bully her at the beginning of the round, not once she has meter. Thank you. Wants to know, is Cammy's Ultra 2 an answer to dive kicks? I guess it's an answer to dive kicks, but what's a better answer to dive kicks is uppercut. Incognito says, how do I not suck at holding charge? How do you not suck at holding charge? I don't know. Okay, the Danger Box wants to know, what's a good way to be good with charge characters and efficient at holding charge? Well, basically, I'm going to assume that you guys are playing on pad or something. I don't really understand. I've been playing charge characters forever, so anytime that I'm jumping, I'm holding down back. Anytime that I'm blocking, obviously I'm holding down back. Anytime that I'm throwing a move, oh, here we go. I think this is what you mean here. But yeah.
Training stage. Destination confirmed.
Yeah, basically, like, what you need to be doing is
It's the
buffering your
battle of the
charges.
century.
So, watch. Oops, hold on. Let me set this guy to just stand there. Okay, so when I'm doing a charge move, I'm going like that. And if you look at the inputs, I'm going from down back and then pressing forward and punch. I'm basically trying to press forward and then down back and punch at the same time. So what that does is it allows you to basically charge for the second charge move while you're still doing the first move. So I think that's what you mean when you're talking about efficient ways to hold charge. See, you don't actually need to press forward and punch. You can actually wait a second. See? So I'm pressing forward and then back and punch at the same time in order to charge for the second dash punch. Yeah. Yes, it is called charge buffering. Honk Bonkington, thank you for that. You can look on YouTube and, I don't know, look up Third Strike charge buffering, because that's how I got good at it. Because in Third Strike, if you're using Yuri, and you have to do charge buffering in order to do the corner tackles. So let's see what else we got. How's Rose Ibuki matchup? I think that matchup sucks for Rose. Because if Ibuki gets one knocked down, it's pretty much over. Hitokiri wants to know, can we get an online training session soon so I can learn the Rose DiCapri matchup? Sure, bro. I mean, if you, hit me up if you want personal training and or coaching. So that's about it. Thank you for watching the Brady Games Twitch channel. If you like what you see, please hit the follow button. My name is Gootecks. You can find me on Twitter, on Instagram. You can check out my stuff on youtube.com/crosscountertv. We got new episodes of Excellent Adventures with Mike Ross and Maximilian coming out. We just put out an episode on Sunday, and the next episode will be out next Sunday. I'll either be back streaming tomorrow, same bat time, same bat channel, 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern time, or it'll be Thursday at 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern. But anyways, you can follow me on Twitter, and please follow Brady_games on Twitter, and follow us here on Twitch. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.